Yo, what up? This is Big Cappuccino and the Great Wu-Tang Clan, Killer Bees on the Swarm.
Yo, what's up, man? It's your boy Bizarre from D12.
Yo, what's good, y'all? This is Doug E. Fresh.
Hey, Redman is in the building. You already know.
Hey guys, this is Emily Peachy.
Shout out, man, to Worldwide Collaborations, man.
I want to shout out Worldwide Collaborations, LLC.
Shout out to the Worldwide Collaborations, LLC.
World movement, beyond thousands of movements.
The world movement, beyond thousands of movements.
All about representing each other together. So check this out.
What's up? You want to be a part of this? You want to be a part of the Worldwide Collaboration?
You guys should all be a part of Worldwide Collaboration.
Worldwide Collaborations LLC. Check us out, man, and check what's going on, man. Word up. I have recently been choosing to be a spokesman and an ambassador. So you will see a lot more of me. Join the movement, man. It's beyond thousands of movements right now. And talents put together, all about representing each other together.
I want to join, so I might see you there. All right, much success.
Shooting the free throws and striping, we own it. Push your opponent. 5 fouls on the 4 for the bonus. And shooting the free throws and striping, you own it. We own it. Trilly pile up the green, even on the weekend. And I see so much green that I turn to vegan. When I get it from Cali, no misdemeanor. When I flip in the pad, it's to flip Christina. I'm dreaming. Dope. I see it. Scope. Blue hundreds. Loke. Demon. Go. Trilly pile up the green, even on the weekend. I done seen so much green that I turn to vegan. When I get it from Cali, no misdemeanor. When I'm flipping the pad, it's to flip Christina. I'm dreaming. Dope. I see it. Scope. Blue hundreds. Loke.
The real DJ Star.
Hey everybody!
What up?
Gang gang worldwide.
Midwest.
Worldwide collaboration.
Yeah. GFM worldwide collaborations, y'all.
All right, everybody, welcome to Off the Grid Podcast.
Off the Grid Podcast is live.
Yes, we
We
are.
got our co-host Heather Marie Banks, and thanks to Midwest Kid showing back up again. And this week we got C2C Anthony from Coast to Coast Growery.
What's up?
What's up?
How's
What
everybody
up?
doing?
Doing good.
In the building.
Fantastic
right,
day.
that's
It's a
right.
beautiful day.
Yeah.
We got things to talk about. So, Anthony, tell us a little bit about what you've got going on in the growing world. Let's start with the growing world first.
All right. Well, growing. That's what we're doing. Growing as a business and growing worldwide collaborations, GFM. We're going coast to coast with it. Like truly. I actually just got done with a trip from California to Florida, so literally hitting coast to coast. Ended up going into the studio with Trill Will, dropping a couple tracks. So, one of them's already out, and we're going to be listening to that today, Shake It, with Heather Marie and Trill Will and me, featuring me. And then also did another song called Clientele. Really looking forward to that one dropping sometime this year. Don't have any set date on it, but there's things in the works for that one. So fun stuff going on there. But I'm not really a rapper. I'm not, I used to be into music a long ago. I used to be a live performer, but I transitioned my talents into cannabis. And I was always kind of music and cannabis, but now it's all gone into a career in cannabis. So now branching back into music, which is very strange, but it's funny how the life works that way, right?
Yeah.
But as far as the cannabis world goes, I have 20 years experience this year. Actually, September of this year will be 20 years of me growing. Started in 2005, growing with my dad in New Mexico. It wasn't fully, above board at that time. They rolled out with medical like later that year in 2005, but we didn't jump on the bandwagon right away because we were kind of worried about, federal lists and all of that stuff, and worried about the potential of them tracking you and this, that, and the other. And so it took a couple of years before I ended up getting on the medical train and getting my licensing for that, but did bridge over into the legal end of things and keeping things as above board as possible. And then got into legal growing on the commercial side in 2017 in California. Did that for a year and a half, almost 2 years, had several harvests, and then decided that same kind of situation as a lot of the other states are seeing is when recreational opens up, everybody and their brother decide to start growing, and you end up with a big glut in the market where there's way too much supply. As a matter of fact, that year they estimated that they produced enough to provide the country with enough cannabis for the next like 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So needless to say, the prices went plummeting, and it turned out to be way more profitable to go into extractions. The simple math was, in the amount of space that we were using to grow, we were able to produce somewhere around, depending on the price of the finished product at the time that we were ready to sell, we would be producing anywhere from $300,000 to $500,000 worth of cannabis produced out of this facility. But if we were to transition over to extractions, then we were talking about $3 to $5 million worth of production in the same amount of space if we were to maximize it with extraction machines. So it just made more sense to go to extractions. So I became the lead extractor for Area 51 Extracts in California. Produced with them for several years, and in the end of 2017, we ended up winning the Jack Herrera Cup for industry innovations, which was a big, it was a great honor. If you don't know
that's extra. I mean, I know what that is. That's extra huge. You know what I mean? So I've definitely been in on that. And actually, that's, I mean, what else can you say about that? That's like a huge, like it doesn't, super huge.
Well, yeah, it's the largest invite-only cup.
Way huge.
So you can't just go and apply like all the other cups where you can just like pay your entrance fee and submit your product and then see what the judges say. And a lot of the times, I mean, we've actually had this discussion on Worldwide Collaborations the other day, that the world is kind of a pay-to-play system. So a lot of those cups out there, you can buy your way into things. And if you don't have as much money as the next guy, you're not going to get that cup. But it's like certain invite-only cups, they haven't lost their reputation of holding high integrity in the field and not being pay to play. So it was just, if you got invited to the cup and you won it, it's for a reason. It wasn't because you just, So that's kind of my claim to fame there as far as extractions go. And then things happen, and when it comes to the legal end of things, trying to keep everything 100% above board with all of the government regulations always ever changing. Like, I don't know if you guys remember when California first went recreational. They said, all right, January 2017, we're going to go recreational. We'll have everything set up. Apply for this, $10,000 for these licenses just for an application fee. And you have to have your facility up and running. You have to have, so if you're renting a facility, you're paying rent, you're paying electricity. You've got people on retainer to keep them ready to work when the facility opens. And this is all predicated on whether or not you're even going to get your license. So you're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on a maybe, And then when January rolled around, California said, oops, sorry guys, we thought we'd have it figured out by now. We told you we'd have it figured out by now, but we don't got it figured out. We need an extra 6 months to get our shit together, So hold off, don't do anything. If you've got your medical licenses or you applied, you can still do the medical side of things. But recreational is a no-no. You're going to get fined heavily. You're going to lose your license if you try and go recreational, right? Well, this created an issue where the pay-to-play system, like the rich people could afford to do something that the poor people or the people that could only afford one license couldn't do. What they did is I have multiple business licenses that have already applied. So what happens if I burn one of them? It doesn't matter. I've got 4 more on the back burner ready to go if the dispensary opens. It doesn't matter. I'll just transfer it to there. So right now I'm going to open up recreationally. I've got lines out the door. I'm pulling in, on average, the places that opened up with the lines out the door, pulling in $50,000 a day in revenue, right?
Damn.
They're getting fined. They're getting fined $10,000 a day by the BOE. I forget.
So they don't care because they're making $40,000 with the fines. They don't give a crap because they're still making
exactly. They walk into the office at the end of the week. They slap down their $70,000 for their week, and they're like, "Peace." Business licenses burned, but it doesn't matter. I've got 4 more on the back burner, so it didn't really matter to them. But it wiped out a lot of the smaller independent companies that were trying to grow, like us. We ended up just being right out at the end of the 6 months. They actually did it again. They said, "Oops, we messed up again. We need another 6 months," which pretty much just put the nail in the casket. Yeah, the nail in the coffin for a lot of the businesses, including ours. We just couldn't operate or couldn't manage to stay above board with a year of non-production, just waiting on the government to figure their stuff out. So that's where that one went. And then I came to Arizona and I got licensed as a caregiver grower for medical, with the aim of transitioning with the dispensaries when recreational came around. Well, recreational came around and lots of red tape and extremely vague wording in their regulations, and trying to fight with the government and figure out exactly how, because in their paperwork it says that a caregiver grower can distribute their product or their excess product once they've provided to their patients, right? I'm a caregiver for 10 patients and with ranging ailments, right? And I have to provide them with a specific amount of cannabis. It's 2 ounces every 3 months, right? Is the allotment that we're allowed to do. Well, anything that I grow above that, which I can supply that with 1 to 2 plants for all of my patients, and we're allowed to grow 12 plants per patient. So all of our excess, we were supposed to be able to get to dispensaries, and they would be able to purchase it in a way, right? But the vague wording in the regulations made it to where the only recommendations we could get from the state, as far as like how to actually get that accomplished, would be, okay, well, you're going to have to file 3 forms of paper in triplicate, and send them out to different agencies, including a paperwork that says exactly what product is coming from where, to where, when, what time of day, what route it's taking, all of this stuff, right? And then
wow.
No joke. It's crazy. And then on top of that, we have to have paperwork showing from both sides, like who is distributing what to who, and it's a donation. It has to be a donation. So I just donate and gift this product to the dispensary. And then the dispensary is allowed to donate money, funds to my nonprofit through our, charitable funding sites.
Yes.
It's this big work around it. And I'm only allowed to sell for the cost of production, right? And of course, as a nonprofit, I can be an employee of the nonprofit, and part of my income or my salary can be attributed to cost of production, right? So technically, we can name our own price, but of course, that's based on the market and what market can yield based on just the prices in your area. So we're limited there. And then the fact that the dispensaries have a lot of excess from dispensary to dispensary. So if a dispensary ends up needing a little bit of extra product because they weren't able to produce as much this month, then they can just click a button on the computer and it can fly from dispensary to dispensary.
Oh,
and
so
it's all accounted for.
Oh, wow. So they're just like
So
cutting
the
you right.
amount of paperwork and red tape that they have, and then hoops that they have to jump through just to work with me, makes it not worth even dealing with that, since there's a much easier route. So in order to even want to work with me, talking to the dispensaries, they say, well, we're dealing with like 100 pounds per order, and that's where I can produce quite a bit, but I can't produce 100 pounds per batch, on my 12 plants per, right? So there's the conundrum. So we've branched into extractions again, because that's where the money seems to work.
Well, the medical is
And,
good because you have a partner that that's going to help some people. Don't you have like a specific strain that you have one already, and there's like the second one? Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we are working on strains specific for helping sickle cell anemia. And that's with Miss Heather Marie is setting that up.
Yeah.
So we're going to be working with the Sickle Cell Anemia Foundation, and or I know there are a couple of foundations that deal with sickle cell anemia, and I don't know exactly which ones we are set up with yet, but we are in talks to get things set up and get these medical strains essentially just researched. And it's because of the way the politics are with cannabis, it's very hard for anybody to get any research done, especially in the realm of like actual scientific world and running with doctors and full scale lab testing and double blinds and all of that.
I'm gonna be right back. Okay.
Okay.
Go for it, man.
Yeah.
Not a problem.
I like the fact that we're working with medical strain to help with all the costs, because it gives an alternate. It's pain management, and that's probably what they'll prove it for medically. But it also helps with vasodilation. It also helps reduce inflammation. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so it also
there's
helps.
a lot of things that it can help with already, just based off of the evidence that what cannabis can do for you, like physiologically. But then there's a lot more anecdotal evidence on a lot of the psychological, calming, anti-anxiety, and all of that can help with it as well. Because on top of the vasodilation, helping the blood pump and flow freely, being able to calm yourself and not have high blood pressure at the same time can be beneficial, right? So, all of it working together synergistically. So we're really just trying to focus and find a strain or multiple strains that are going to be the most effective at helping everything, the myriad of problems that sickle cell anemia causes. And it because of the political landscape, it really is up to us. There's nobody out there doing this. Like nobody. And as you know, like sickle cell anemia already, it's one of those things that affects so many people, but has the least amount of funding and support of like any disease that affects as many people. It has nothing. It has no help out there. So for us to so it's one of those situations where it's like, if not us, then who? Right? Who's gonna do this? Nobody.
Who are you gonna call? Yo, mama. I have a child. I have 3 kids that have sickle cell, and that's what I tell them. I said, when you need help and you need someone to think outside the box, who are you gonna call? Yo, mama. That's me. Sure. So you know what I mean. So yeah, and that's what led me to like my son had surgery last year, and then with the medication, they had to Narcan him. So because they get too much, too much. So when that kind of thing happens, you're like, we need to look at something else. Then he had another pain crisis. We had to use the same medication. They used the same thing, morphine. It depressed his breathing right away. Not good. So we're like, we're gonna have to try something else. So we had to find another pain medication. So now he has to take,
or at least something for the in between, like the non-extreme crisis.
Right, and then you still have
to reserve the heavy opiates for the times where it's unbearable and there's nothing else that's going to help.
But if that can help at home, that can be used in place of other opioid pain medications. and see what
on the daily aches and pains and stuff that it's causing, like the regular chronic pain that's just around every day. You don't want to be using opiates for the everyday stuff, because that's how you get physically addicted. Anything in your system for more than 3 days at a time can become physically addictive, if not just mentally. I mean, they debated that as to whether cannabis can or not, but I can tell you from just anecdotal evidence from a couple of people who've been physically addicted to it. But that kind of comes with some caveats too. People who start very young, start heavy usage very, very young, it affects their brain chemistry. So there is something to be said about early use of cannabis, and that's why they want to focus more on CBD research for children, like the kids with the Dravet syndrome and the ones that have it like real young, younger than 8 years old, early developmental stages of the brain.
With epilepsy. That's why there's so many things with the medical. I'm just saying, I don't know why they rule it out, but they never want to go to the natural. They only want to use the other stuff, but there has to be another option. It's like we have the regular produce, and
that's for a reason right there.
But let's just say we want money. If we have the money, we should want the options, okay? Because they like to pay to play. So we need to have our pay to play too, but we need to have it more equal, right?
Well,
we need to have it.
That's where they can. Yeah. Until the pharmaceutical companies, that's why they tried with Marinol, but that stuff didn't work because synthetic THC is horrible, right? They tried, but they can't get a synthetic that they can patent that is going to work as good as the natural plant. So that's what keeps holding it back, is they're trying their damnedest any way that they can to make a buck off of this thing before they make it freely, or like not freely available. That's the whole point. They don't want it freely available. They don't want something that you can grow in your backyard. They want something that only you have to trust the scientists. You have to trust the doctors that this formulation is the one that's safe for you. And it costs billions of dollars to research and develop. And that's why it's going to cost you $100 per pill. You know, that's why they do this stuff.
Oh, I know. Trust me. I know. I used to work for like a Medicare company. I know how the stuff works, the different plans, how the stuff works, and people on different tiers of medication, and the higher the tier, the more it costs, and the less is covered.
It's a scheme. It really is. The pharmaceutical industry is one of the most, coveted industries and subsidized. Well, not subsidized. What's it called? Where you've got your the politicians get paid by it. Oh crap!
I know what you mean. I can't think of the word that you're trying to say. I can almost feel the word that you're trying to say, but I can't quite plug it for you though. But yeah, no, I get that. But I'm
anyway. They have the most representation.
Yeah, but where we can make a difference. But basically, we're going to be the change you seek. We're going to make a difference. I'm working on a sickle cell foundation that we're going to have, and we're going to do the cannabis with that, and then partner with whoever else wants to partner to support sickle cell. I came up with show up and show out for sickle cell. Hashtag that when my son was recently just in the hospital. It got like 15 degrees out here. He got sick and got a sickle cell crisis, and then that turned into pneumonia. So he just went back to school Sunday.
Oh, damn.
So, yep. Shout out
to hear that he's
shout out Bulldogs. You know what I'm saying?
Back up and running.
Yeah. So that's what that was. I came up with that when I went to go see him. So anytime you go see a loved one, tag them, show up and show out for sickle cell. You know what I mean? If you're going to show up and show out for them, because we definitely need the support. And then the other one is we want to start a singing challenge, like sing for sickle cell. Kind of like what they did with the Ice Bucket Challenge, but have people singing like maybe 30 seconds of their favorite song or whatever, 15, 30 seconds, and then tag it singing for sickle cell, and just kind of, showing support, because it doesn't cost you anything to make like a little snippet and hashtag and post. It doesn't cost anything. Like a share follow doesn't cost anything. So, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Show up and show out for sickle cell.
But it spreads attention and awareness. Yeah.
Right, which is what we want, because they deserve it. A lot of people don't know that the sickle cell kids go to the same clinic as the St. Jude's kid. They go to the St. Jude's clinic with the cancer kids.
Right.
They get blood transfusions just like the cancer kids. They're on pain meds just like the cancer kids, but they don't get treated like the cancer kids. They, you know what I mean? They're a St. Jude's affiliate. So everyone thinks the St. Jude's with the cancer kids, but they don't really think about the sickle cell kids. I say more recently, I think they put something on there maybe, but it's not advertised that much that they do actually help with sickle cell. People don't realize how serious it is, and there's not much options. I'm saying.
Right.
So I'm saying there's that.
Yeah.
But, you know what I'm saying?
I definitely suggest people do a little bit of research on it themselves, because it really is one of those not well publicized or known about, you know, except in the melanated community, and for a reason, because it only really affects melanated people, which is one of the unfortunate reasons why it's underfunded. It's systemic, right? But and it brings up a good point you're making. So segueing that into what my company is doing with Trill Will and the OG juice, because I do believe that that's going to be one of the better routes, because once we get the strains identified, turning it into RSO and then making it into an imbibable and pleasant beverage, because RSO straight is not the most pleasant experience. I mean, a lot of people who've done cancer treatments or heavy medical treatments with cannabis have been prescribed RSO and given it, and the most common method is to just put it on a cookie or cracker, or put it under your tongue and quid it. It's called a quid. But being able to put it and nano emulsify. So I'm stripping it down into nano THC and nanoparticles and emulsifying it in a liquid, suspending it to where when you ingest it, instead of most edibles taking about 30-45 minutes up to about 2 hours to actually start kicking in, or to kick in, depending on a whole bunch of different factors, whether your pyloric valve is closed, and physiology, temperature outside, everything can affect how long it takes for your cannabis to kick in. Whereas with nano THC, it's so small that it passes the blood-brain barrier. So it gets directly into your bloodstream, gets directly into your brain within 15 minutes. So no longer do you have that, you don't have that delayed reaction where you take some and then 45 minutes later you're like, oh, that didn't do anything to me. So you take a whole other dose, and then that one hits you and you realize, oops, I made a mistake. That second dose is going to could kick in about an hour, and that's going to really mess me up. So we avoid that by, it's almost like an alcoholic beverage. Like, you take that drink and you can feel it nearly immediately. So you get the medicinal effects, and it's RSO, which is a full spectrum extract, which I know we've gone over in worldwide collaborations, but it's my first time here. So I guess it behooves me to talk about the difference between full spectrum versus distillates, which a lot of people use in their edibles and their formulations or concoctions that they do for, in particular, edible THC products. And it's for a reason, because distillate has no flavor. It's removed the terpenes, which are terpenes are what gives a plant or a fruit or cannabis its smell and its flavor, right? So they've stripped all of those away, all of those compounds, and left nothing but the chemical compound THC, right? The psychoactive compound, it's the one that gets you high. But they've forgotten the fact that the terpenes have aromatherapeutic properties, and they actually alter the high. So if you don't have any terpenes, you're not getting a lot of the effect of what that strain, that specific strain of marijuana or cannabis could give you if you were to, say, smoke it or ingest a full spectrum extract, because it's lacking 99% of the compounds that make that cannabis what it is. It's just that one chemical that they've extracted and made a distilled version of it. That's why it's distillate. It's a distilled THC. Well, when you do that, you're missing out on a ton of the medicinal and therapeutic value of cannabis, because that's what makes each strain. This strain gives you the munchies. That one kills pain. This one does this. That one does that. It's because the terpene content, that's what does it, not the THC to CBD ratio. It's not that at all.
That's what everyone thinks, though. That's crazy because that's what and people try to get all technical, all scientific. No,
I need a 1-to-1 ratio. I need this much THC, this much CBD, and that's the best mix. No, that's not what made that strain. So you can find 10 strains that have the same exact THC to CBD ratio. There'll be 28% and 1%, or 22% and 2%, something like that. Take all 10 of those strains, smoke them side by side. Give a couple of hours in between so that you can actually feel the effect of each individual one. They're going to do completely different things to you. But then you take distillate or a distilled version that has been concocted in a lab to be that exact same ratio. You can make exactly 22% THC to 1% CBD, whatever that ratio of percentages is in 100% blend. Like, you can make that and vape that, and it's not going to do nearly what that cannabis did to you or did for you.
Oh, man, it's like when they take the germ out of the wheat and then they sell the wheat germ and it's like $6 for this.
Yep.
And people are like, what the heck is that? And then I'm like, that's the part.
It naturally came in it and they just separated it.
That's where all the nutrition and the nutrients are, and you're eating this and all the nutrients are over there. You know what I mean? It's like,
right. That's one of the great analogies. Is like you're throwing away all of the good stuff. The majority of the nutrients are in the rind. Eat the skin of the fruit.
That's right. Apples, eat the skin. You know what I mean? Some people are like, I don't like that. I want to peel it. Kids are like that.
You gotta peel the apple. No,
but that's where
all the nutrients are.
It's the same with bread.
Eat orange peels. They're way better for you.
It's the crust of the bread is where all the nutrients are. I found that out.
Yep.
It's the same thing.
It's the same with the peel of an orange.
Yep. But if they put that wax in that stuff, they have now. It's not just wax. It's wax or lac-based resin. Because that sounds yummy.
Right.
Lac meaning. And then look up lacquer. You know what I mean? Like. It's better than the they use basically like flagyl, like the something zole, this dazole, and they spray it on there. Some of them they have that on there. There's like the anti-fungicides. And those are not good because when you the skins for any, if you want to use like lemon zest or orange, you can't do that. So you have to really be careful about the brands that you buy, and especially when they're in a bag.
Well, we were talking about that the dirty dozen of like fruits and vegetables. The ones that have a permeable skin that they absorb everything. Like apples are actually like naturally they're an air purifier. The apples themselves are semi-permeable and they kind of absorb whatever's in the environment around them. And it gets put into the flesh of the fruit and dropped off of the tree to get it away from the plant. So it's cleaning up everything out of the ground and everything out of the air around the plant, and then taking all of those toxins and everything foreign and pushing it into the fruit to get it out and away. So certain.
In that case, you don't want to eat the skins like
fruits. You're gonna want to
potatoes, especially like potatoes, apples. All of our stuff is like that we get is like this organic, and then we try to get the stuff
organic.
But even the organic stuff now, some of the stuff is like it's organic seedless, and I'm like, why is it seedless? Because we don't know what it's paying.
And then the organics too. Sorry to interrupt, but like even the organics, say the apples, like organic apples, that's one of those ones where that's regional dependent, because if you have organic apples, they're grown in organic soil, using organic nutrients, all of that, but they're in a heavily polluted air environment, you still got that in your fruit. So for the most part, like, the organic is definitely best on the dirty fruits and the dirty vegetables. And cannabis is one of those dirty vegetables. It absorbs everything from around it. So whatever you put into the plant is what you're smoking.
Right.
Same concept.
You want honest. That's why it's like, I'm glad that, well, I mean, with your accolades with the cannabis is amazing. So who better to help get that strain going, for sickle cell? Because no matter what you wanted to do, God was like, look, I know you want to do this, but you're going to do this medical and help these people. And you're like, okay. You're like, it's not going to work any other way. It just kind of worked like that. So, hey, looks like Ninja came back.
We're working on it. And in the process,
we are
error.
We are error.
Error.
We are hacking your systems. You cannot escape. We are error. Everyone will.
Goddamn error.
We're going to be assimilating everyone.
These guys.
You think that we can get away with it for 1 week, but maybe not so much. Oh, there we go.
It's the end. They're coming. Oh no. No.
Oh, maybe they're gonna leave us this time. Sometimes they come on and they do all that. They like to come and talk and banter back and forth. You know what I mean?
Hey, I'm back, but it says we are error.
Yeah, they were hacking a little bit.
Are they hacking?
They got you.
Yeah, they were hacking a little bit.
They got you again.
They hacked me. I can't believe it.
I thought you changed all your passwords, man.
Goddamn error.
We had been talking about all the cannabis and stuff like that, but I know before Aragon, I know we've been wanting to play that song that we did, "Shake It." C2.
Yeah.
Ant is on that track.
Let's get that on there.
Let's go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and play.
Baby, yeah.
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 Here we go.
Go. C2T Anthony feature with Shake It.
Nah.
Feeling way too choppy, and I know that I'm blessed. You can tell the way I copy. Stress in my songs, this is the song that's on the market. And all the negative energy off the lot, you better park it. All these niggas, they dogs, and they talking about they barking. And I remember all the days I was trapping out. Shout out my nigga robbing. I ain't talking about niggas they robbing, and they heartless, looking like they blind, looking through these blinds. Everything I feel is fine, but I feel like crying. When my G-Ma died, it didn't make me feel like dying. And they lying, they be shaking, how she shaking. Oh my God, it's amazing. They be shaking, how she shaking. Oh my God, they be amazing. They be shaking, how she shaking. Oh my God, they be amazing. They be shaking, how she shaking. Oh my God, they be amazing. They be shaking, how she shaking. Oh my God, they be amazing. They be shaking, how she shaking. Oh my God, they be amazing. They be shaking, how she shaking. They ain't shaking like I'm shaking. They don't make them kind of moves. They don't put that type of work. They don't use these kind of tools. They ain't shaking like I'm shaking. Cause they lack the confidence. They should take all that attention, redirect it to themselves. They ain't shaking like I'm shaking. Cause I put that work in brain. Cause I'm always doing music. Yeah, that's where I spend my time. They ain't shaking like I'm shaking. They ain't even got my mental. They ain't shining from the side. And that ain't coincidental. I be writing all my bars. Cause I got lots to say. Now that all the player haters have been gone up on my way. What you say? Yeah, you talking smack. Better shut your trap. I've been working on my vibe. Ain't no time to fool with that. But I'm a fool with it. Good vibes. And we know we making moves with it. Ain't no time to keep shoe with it. Just be true with it. This is how we do it. Got the shit from Tammy. Now we at the Grammys and we just fool with it. Shake it, how she shake it. Oh my God, they be amazing. They be shaking, how she shake it. Oh my God, they be amazing. They be shaking, how she shake it. Oh my God, they be amazing. They be shaking, how she shake it. Oh my God, they be amazing. They be shaking, how she shake it. Oh my God, they be amazing. They be shaking, how she shake it. Oh my God, they be amazing. They be shaking, how she shake it. Shake it, how she shake it. Shake it, how she shake it. Oh my God, they be amazing.
Down and then you move it like this.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God,
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up?
Hell yeah, that's fire.
Yeah. C2C.
Yeah, the one thing I'm sad about is that if I would have known that it was gonna be more like pronounced, that my part was gonna actually be like up there in the front, then I would have demanded a second take, because they put me in there. I was like, I think I got something that's gonna sound good in the background. I was like, this is gonna be cool, just like riding in the background. I was like, I got something. So I go in there, shake it, baby, yeah, 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 and then I just expected it to just be in the background just during the chorus, just over trill, like just lightly, right? Something to add a little bit of rhythm and a little flavor. But then they were like, that's pretty good. Let's put it out there. And I was like, one more take? I could have done better. I could have done one more.
Yeah.
Actually, I thought about it like immediately afterwards. I was like, darn it, I wanted to change up the lyrics just slightly to add even more rhythm. Shake it, baby, yeah, yeah, yeah. Keep bouncing up and down, and as I move it left and right at this.
Maybe y'all can do a remix or something.
Yeah. Oh, well,
that's what Trill said. He was like, save that idea. It's good. It's good. We like it the way it is. This is the way it's going out. So just live with that. And I was like, okay.
But there will be.
He's like, what? No, we're gonna do remixes in the future and all that. So cool. I was like, all right, I'm gonna get a second shot.
Nice. Yeah.
Yep.
Get another shot at that.
And then let me tell you, I don't know if you realize this, Tony, but C2C Tony, but on the TikTok that I did, your part is the part that's used for the dance, for the TikTok dance. So we dance around that, and I choreographed the whole dance. Like I didn't have any help. I did the whole choreography. So.
I need to do a video or something for Cat Walking My Shoes. You don't get that out more.
Yeah.
We're
also that's we got that on there.
I will. Yeah. I will say something. That song, it's impossible not to move to.
Yeah.
You can't not move your body. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It was having the Blaze in Miami for playing that.
It gets you moving. It gets the body rocking. Like it just happens. Your body just spontaneously starts moving. It can't help itself.
I was just sitting still, and then it just started moving on its own.
It does. We actually want to kind of like Trill brought it up. He's like, we should make it a challenge. Listen to this song all the way through without moving. Like, see if you can do it.
Like it's impossible.
It's impossible. Like your body starts to rock just a little bit. You're like, damn it, it's getting in there. It's getting to me.
It was almost like an error thing or something.
Right.
You got hijacked. It hijacks your brain.
Well, we got my co-host Ninja. Yeah, even though it says we are air, this is my co-host Ninja. Ninja, you want to tell us a little bit about you got some projects underway. Tell us what you can.
Oh, well, we just took a trip. We're in a beautiful Las Vegas. You can see we're at the Grand View Hotel here, and we were filming for Izzy's Rain. This is Star's pen, Star with a pen. And they're upstairs right now. We're about to do some filming for Izzy's Rain. It's going to be on Amazon Prime. You can check it out on Amazon Prime, also on Tubi and many other streaming sites. On top of that, I got some other things in the works. We got some other things in the works with the Shake It song. That song we just played is being featured on the Off the Grid Universe game on the server, F5M server that Christopher Lee Cheney is developing. And he's added that song in the beginning when you first load up. So shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We're shaking. Yeah, we're shaking it over here in Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Must,
That's what's up.
Gonna
yeah.
shake people right into the game.
That's
Yeah.
right. The game.
Start the game dancing.
Yeah.
What you got going on over there at the Midwest Kid? Tell us about a little bit what you got
Pick
going
it
on.
up.
Songs coming out. So you just released a
Oh,
song.
I just dropped a song called "Can't Walk in My Shoes" on all platforms right now, and then I got a song coming
Can't
out
walk in
with
my shoes.
that's got Ninja on it called "Stand Still." That drops the first of next month, and then after that, the first of the month after that, April 1st, the album drops. And then I got a buddy of mine who's doing a short film who is using crying for help on the credits in the song in the movie.
Yeah, that's dope. Do you think you were telling a little bit about that last time that you were here? That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
And then I got some major works in the works or whatever, but you all have to stay tuned for that.
Okay. What I want to do first is I think we're gonna play "I Can't Walk in My Shoes," and then we'll come back and then ask a few little. I've got some questions to ask you. So let's play "Can't Walk in My Shoes."
Pass that shit, Nero.
Can't walk in my shoes. No, they can't walk in my shoes. You can't walk in my shoes. No, they can't walk in my shoes. Can't walk in my shoes. Look, just trying to walk in my shoes, but could never, cause I never know what I've been through. That fire that I had to walk through. Burning too hot, but I feel like I'm in a state of hell. So they can never send me the righteous bullshit. Without the pain that travels through my brain. So much pain that I feel like I'm drowning in my own tears. Cause I feel the unknown and knowing that I should come to a pass someday. But until that day comes, grab me the strength to break these chains in the name of the high. So I can walk with him without any shame. So I must proclaim my sin and cast them at the feet of him. So I can clear my disturbed mind and walk in my own shoes. Can't walk in my shoes. No, they can't walk in my shoes. Can't walk in my shoes. No, they can't walk in my shoes. Can't walk in my shoes. See this, you're trying to walk in these dick shoes, but can't cause they be acting like dumb chicks hating on me so much that it make me sick to my stomach. Been the demonic hate vibe that be letting out, but it's okay to hate. But let it be known that there will be no repentance for you when you're sitting for your sin inside the walls of hell. So ring the bell, the one inside your head, so you can get a handle on your life before I call upon him to dismantle you from the inside out. But at the gate, you better make it your faith to walk in your own shoes. Cause I got news for you. If you try to walk in this pair, you will come up disconnected from your mind. Cause the smoke I had to blow through will leave you breathless. So stop being so reckless. Can't walk in my shoes. No, they can't walk in my shoes. You can't walk in my shoes. No, they can't walk in my shoes. You can't walk in my shoes. See, I told you, loser, you couldn't step in these dick shoes of mine. Cause the thing that I've been through, the thing's a nightmare. You might end up with a slight hair right through the heart, in the spot where it counts the most. So you should stop trying to chase some fairy tale ending. Otherwise, you could end up losing your soul and turn pale white like a ghost. So you should toast to that before I roll through with him to make you jump out of my shoes. Cause you and I know you can't weather the storm in my shoes. Any way you cut it, cause you and I know that you ain't cut from the same cloth. Cause you move like a sloth in my shoes.
That was.
Pass that shit, Nero.
Can't walk in my shoes. No, they can't walk in
Are we running it back?
You can't walk in my shoes. No, they can't walk in my shoes. Can't walk in my shoes.
What? Can't hear you.
Oh wow.
It looks like we lost Ninja.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought Air was coming back
Oh.
again. They'd be coming on with that. Oh, don't even start with that again. Y'all better get out of here.
I actually didn't even know we had access to the comments here. We got a lot of comments I didn't see.
Yeah, we do have a lot of people commenting. I'm keeping up with the comments while we're doing the thing. So if you see me look over, that's what I'm looking at. And I see somebody who looks like they want to send their music in. Drop your email in the chat, and then we can try to get with you, off when we're not on the stream, and then see if maybe we can get an interview set up or something like that. If that's something you're interested in, then we'd be able to play your song when we do the interviews. That's kind of how we do it here. We also are available Monday through Friday at Worldwide Collaboration. If you get an invite to the link, and if you'd like to come collaborate with us, we're family. And so, we're always looking for new family members at Tony, the Big Homie. So just drop that email.
And then the people that were interested or had questions about the products. Yes, we are going to be doing national distribution here sometime this year. So just keep up with us. We're going to be opening up a website, because the drinks that we are making, the Trill Will OG Juice, is a federally legal hemp-derived product. It is Delta 9 THC, but it is under the 0.3% by volume limit that the government has stated as of Farm Bill 2018. So you will be able to get the Trill Will OG Juice in your state, shipped to you. Just stay linked in with Worldwide Collaboration and the Off the Grid podcast to know when that website's going to drop. All right.
All right, sounds good. It looks like David Lemon was wanting to see how he becomes a patient, how to donate to become a patient, because he said
in order to get the products directly from my NPO here in Arizona, you would have to be an Arizona resident and qualify in Arizona. So I'm sure if you qualify to be a patient in California, you'd qualify in Arizona. But unfortunately, that would be the limitations there until we are going to be doing THCA pre-rolls. So keep an eye out for that. There will be an opportunity to be able to get our strains and our products to you, but that's going to be a future thing.
Okay.
That won't be immediate.
Huh?
Right.
And then some interesting.
Love you.
I'm not really at liberty to say fully, but there are also big things in the works for Worldwide Collaborations, GFM, and through my company, Coast to Coast Growers and Coast to Coast Labs. There is a very high potential for possible government contracts. So
nice.
we're looking at some fun stuff going on here in the future. I'm not at full liberty to say, but maybe here in the next couple of weeks I should have an announcement going on. So looking forward. Fingers crossed. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, for sure.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
All right, so now I'm waiting. I'd like to kind of wait to get Ninja back before we play the other song. So what I want to do now is Midwest Kid. Let's see. I would like to ask you a few questions. Tell me a little bit about yourself, kind of like where you were born and where you were raised.
I was born in Fort Knox, Kentucky, to my mother and father, who is deceased now. The father, not my mother. And I grew up and raised in Minnesota, in a small town called Cambridge, Minnesota. I was born in 1979, by the way.
Okay, just right before the 80s, baby. Okay.
Yeah. I'm actually born on the first day of winter. December 21st.
Okay.
Cold weather, baby.
If y'all didn't know that.
Born on the solstice.
I was born
you were on the solstice. Yeah, I know about the solstice now.
Yeah,
That's
what
a
I'm
whole
saying.
nother thing. It's like first day of winter. Yeah. Solstice.
Yeah, you know why so many of us are born between that spread there. It's like, October to February or so is the majority of people is them spring babies. We're all springtime fun.
Right.
Springtime fun turns into wintertime buns in the oven.
I was born. If I would have been born one day later, I would have been the next thing because I was born the first day of winter, but it's the last day. It's the solstice.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't, probably don't realize that, but
I'm up on the solstice. That they're moving up. They're doing like the daylight savings time. But I just saw, I think it's like somewhere like March 3rd through the 9th, one of those days. That's when they're gonna have. They're saying they're gonna have daylight savings time.
Oh yeah, I don't remember.
You caught that, didn't you? Because I'm thinking that's kind of early, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? I think it's usually like April, but it's like the first week of March. I think it's like the 3rd or the 9th, something like that.
Yeah, I think it's
right in that week's time.
I think it's March 9th, if I remember looking on the calendar right.
It was pretty early, and I'm thinking, wow, that's kind of early. They're gonna, I guess, maximize the sun potential or whatever.
I've heard though through a grapevine that Minnesota is talking about getting rid of the daylight savings time.
Yeah, we were supposed to get rid of it before.
A lot of
too.
states are.
When
Arizona's got rid of it a long time ago.
Yeah, I know. I was just saying, I know Arizona doesn't have it because I used to live in Arizona. I used to live on the border of Arizona and Nevada, so it was like confusing sometimes. Depending on where you're at, it would go back and
one
forth.
state over.
Yeah, it
does get
forward. Leave it there. Like that's what I say. Let it spring forward. So you know what I mean, and then leave it there because otherwise, like when they do the back, like it's so early, it gets dark.
Yeah. Well, winter is actually
just leave it at the spring forward times, but
leave it spring forward. Yeah.
Yeah, winter. The first day of winter is actually the shortest.
And it
day
won't actually get. Then the funny thing is, it won't get darker any earlier. You see what I'm saying? Like, why get it darker?
Arizona's an interesting state. I don't really love it here. It's okay, but it does have some perks. Like the whole no daylight savings time is cool. Also, a 50-year license is cool.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
50-year driver's license. Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's pretty cool. It's like I just can't wait until they look at my ID and they're like, "That's not you." It's like was freaking 40 years ago.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So
they do that now. They look at my ID. They're like, "That's not you." I'm like, "I just cut my hair. What the fuck are you talking about?" Sorry.
I didn't realize your hair was as long as it is until you had it down today. I was like, I didn't know.
I ain't got no hair, so
Well, I see that you have the man bun, but I didn't realize that there was more length. Like you see the bun part, but you don't realize that there's that extra length.
I went crazy for COVID. I was just like, COVID, no F's given.
Right.
COVID.
No cut COVID time. I just said I don't give a hoot. I don't have anybody to impress. And I started, I'm getting to that age. I've been losing it off at the top, starting to get some receding. And I used to have long hair back in high school, so I was like, all right, well, I might as well do it one last time while I still have hair to do it.
I don't have no hair. That's why I usually just shave my head.
What was that?
I said I don't have no hair, so like when summer comes or whatever, I'm just like fuck it, I'll just shave it. Or even when I get a haircut, I'm just like fuck it, just get out the razor and shave it.
Yeah, when the summer comes around, I think about it for sure. This last summer was a little bit insane, like a month straight of 115 to 120 degrees out here in Phoenix. Oh Jesus.
Yeah, dry heat though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot better than wet heat. I do appreciate that. Dry heat is bearable.
Yeah, I live out here in Minnesota. It's humid. It gets humid. Yeah, very humid in the summertime.
Yeah, I would prefer dry heat and dry cold over humid. Either one, either day, any day. Like I lived in Korea for a while, and that was miserable.
Wow.
That was miserable. Talk about hot, humid summers and cold, humid winters. Jesus.
Sounds like Louisiana. Hot, humid summers and cold. Bad. But that's how Louisiana is. But we don't have the. There's Ninja. Let's add you to the stage, Ninja. We're getting ready to play that song that you're on with Midwest Kid called "Stand Still."
Dope. That's what's up. Let's play it.
All right.
The Midwest Kid. And we got the song "Stand Still," featuring your boy Ninja. Yeah. Let's do the dang thing.
I like that beat.
Yeah, it's Ed Nero Knight beat. Yeah. Produced by Ed Nero Knight of New York. Yeah. It's a dope track. Much love to the Kid. Can't wait till your album comes out. What up?
Who that guy?
I like that line.
Wow. Okay. You guys did good stuff.
What line did you like?
I said that I said that I liked it. I said that's what y'all did.
Yeah, but CIC or whatever said he liked the line in it. I was trying to figure out what line he liked.
Shit, it was the line right before.
I like the one where it said,
there were a couple of fucking lines.
Three-dimensional.
Oh, three-dimensional?
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Ed.
That wasn't the line either. No, that wasn't the line. But darn.
Yeah, I got some good.
You have to play it over if I'm gonna hit that line again. But
what was it? The end of the first verse or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't too far in.
Yeah.
Darn it! Now I don't even remember the subject matter of the line because I was listening to the rest of it.
But I got some.
One of the questions I had for you is what is that the crackling, the distortion that's on there? Is that a effect that you use, or is it that the mic?
Are you talking about back and forth? Are you talking about the
Now,
back?
and on your recording there's a slight crackling, and I'm not sure if it's an effect that you added or if it was just the microphone.
I don't know. It might have been. I don't exactly.
It's interesting though. It adds a unique sound. It's pretty cool. I like it.
Oh yeah. So I'm trying to get interesting sounds, but I got some great bars in that song.
Definitely. I'll have to listen to that one again. Do you already have that one up?
No, I do not have that one up yet.
That was a sample that he said.
That actually drops. That actually drops March 1st on all platforms.
Yeah, he let us get that sneak peek, so I thought that was pretty dope. Tell us what kind of music you were raised on, Midwest Kid. What made you decide to do music?
I was raised growing up. My mother listened to country, and then somewhere along the way, got into hip hop, listening to hip hop music like 80s and 90s music, like Run DMC, KRS-One, to all the way to now hip like Eminem and some of these underground people and stuff like that, like Mercules and Chris Webby and a bunch of others and stuff like that ain't even out yet. Been listening to a lot of Trill Will lately too. So
That's right. Shout outs to Trill Will. So what would you describe yourself as when it comes to music? How would you describe your style?
I describe myself as a bunch of different stuff, because I don't like to put myself in a box and rap about just one thing, which is why, like, when on the album that's coming out April 1st, I'm talking about, like love stuff. I'm talking about some sad stuff, some sin stuff. But I'm doing all this with a hint of confidence, whether, I'm talking about love or whatever it may be talking about,
Right. And I remember you saying something like that with a hint of confidence.
Yeah. You got to do it with the hint of confidence. You got to believe in yourself.
That's right.
If you ain't got no belief in yourself, you ain't going to get nowhere.
It does start with your believing in yourself and believing you can do it. If you believe you can't do it, you're just fighting yourself and you don't realize it.
I've got told in the past, that, oh, you should give this up. You can't do this. Whatever, I just let it go in one ear and out the other, but at the same time, I'm taking, advice from, bits and parts from what people tell me and twisting it and using it, to my own ability.
Exactly. Sometimes the naysayers are the fuel you need. The more somebody tells you can't do it, the easier it is to actually do it because you got that fire lit up underneath you.
Exactly. That's what it's all about. Taking that negative energy from other people and turning it around and using it in a positive light for yourself.
That's right. That's exactly what
you
it is.
You can't do that. You can't do that. You know what? Hold my beer. Watch this. Watch me.
Exactly.
You gotta do it. Can't stop, won't stop.
That's right.
You can't walk in my shoes,
There you go.
Can't walk in my shoes.
And with with the Lord in your hands, you definitely can't walk. Because the Lord makes the shoes different for everybody.
You went dark on that song. I was listening to the bars on the dismember you from the inside. I was like, damn. But I know it was the mental game, what you were talking about, like the hell that you put yourself in and dismembering yourself from the inside. Yeah, it was deep. It was deep.
Yeah, I just make music that everybody can relate to in different ways,
Absolutely. That's really what it's about. I think some of the most I guess unique songs but hit so many people in so many different ways. They're just the really vague ones. Like it really has to mean something completely different to everybody because there's no real definitive translation to it, I guess, or breakdown.
Definitely. Just like my song "Crying for Help," I actually wrote it wrote it because someone close to me at that time dealing with mental issues and whatnot and going through it and basically crying for help but not getting the help that they needed at that specific time. So I wrote it from their side, from what they're thinking in their heads, you know?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, you can
Writing
definitely
from a different perspective.
right. Yeah, it's harder to write from a different because you're gonna have to visualize yourself as the character, almost be like the storyteller, or like almost like be the avatar in their vehicle. You know what I mean? Like be in their avatar to kind of see what they would go through.
Got to
or how
walk, take a walk in their shoes.
Right?
and that's tough. Yeah, a
Take
lot
a
of people
little walk in their shoes.
have shoes. They're like, how do you do all that? I have people tell me that all the time. They're like, how do you do that without what you got going on? I do what I got to do and make it happen. It's not going to stop and it won't quit. So we got to go.
I don't know. I believe if it wasn't for music, I don't know where I'd be, you know?
Yeah, music is everything to me. It gets you through a lot of tough times.
Even
The good
like,
times, the bad times. It's a soundtrack to your life, just to be honest.
yeah.
I mean, be
Yeah,
honest.
but I like me. I'm grateful that I have the ability to like write and stuff like that. It's like my own therapy, you know.
That's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to, the creative outlets is supposed to be, some people sing, some people dance, some people act, some people do all of that. Some people, build stuff or whatever, but whatever you're going to put your creativity in to produce something, some people are like good at crafting, growing stuff. You know what I'm saying?
But
And on there, so
don't limit yourself though.
That's
don't
right.
Limit
Don't
yourself. This is the one thing from my experience with music is that I put limitations on myself. And it wasn't because of what other people told me. It was just, I thought, well, I can't do that, but it's just practice. Everybody
like,
can pretty much learn to do anything that they need to do. And
it's
it's about practicing properly, getting some guidance from people who've been there, done that. If that's the case, if you need, actual guidance. But
I've had issues in the past with hiring a management in the past. So it's like I kind of like was like sketchy on that in aspect, but then like recently I've been like trying to let go of that and like get help from people that have been in the industry.
right, a mentor of sorts, right?
Yeah, mentor or management or whatever however you want to describe it.
Right.
Yeah,
where they can further my career and take it into different ways that I may not be able to think about.
Right, because you want to be focused more on the creative aspect instead of the business end of things, trying to book gigs and deal with contracts and all of that. That it sucks the creativity, or at least the time away from the creativity significantly. Yeah, that's 100%. That's why artist management is there, is to take that burden off of you.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. So in that aspect, I mean, I don't have a ton of experience in that realm, but I would say it's really about finding somebody that it's not about the dollar signs. It's about the passion for the project, or the passion.
Yeah, I've got something to work for that.
Right. Yeah, it's about.
I don't want to go too much.
The passion for your music. You got to find somebody who's just as passionate about it as you are.
Yeah, I don't want to go too much into it until it further goes. Everything is finalized and whatnot.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll have probably some kind of announcement or something in the future or whatever.
Sounds so good. Well, it was a great show today. I really thank everybody for coming on today. Like I said, we actually went a little longer than we thought, but it was perfect. We had a great discussion today. We played some good songs from Midwest Kid. We played Shake It. So it was a good show. I know that Ninja kind of had dipped out, but I know that he was going to be kind of cutting in and out. So we're glad that he was able to still come and co-host on the road and everything with us. And on that note, we're going to be taking it out.
All right. Thanks for having me on.
We are the virus. We are not a group. We are a family, a worldwide movement, and a corporation, a regime and a company, please do not call us a Facebook group. We are much bigger and have an app and have a website full of viruses for everyone to have. We are taking over the airwaves and taking over the internet.
Welcome to Worldwide Collaboration, the Virus Collabos Mixtape, Spread Infection.
This is your Pennsylvania chapter president, and I just want to say with this shit right here, we taking over the globe, baby.
Now we are the virus, we are the infection, we are the family, we are the connection, we are the team that is spreading across the nation. Welcome to the movement of worldwide collaboration. Now we are the virus, we are the infection, we are the family, we are the connection, we are the team that is spreading across the nation. Welcome to the movement of worldwide collaboration.
You are all now listening to the Pennsylvania president. I was given a chance and I proved myself, so now I am a resident. In this movement that destroys all movements, stand united, fam, let's do it. Anyone's an artist, step right up and get up on this mic and go improve it. Any genre, any label, any style, any stable, anybody can do it. Worldwide collaboration. WWCF for life.
Worldwide collaboration.
Worldwide collaboration.
Yo, what up? This is Big Cappuccino, the great Wu-Tang Clan, Killer Bees on the Swarm.
Yo, what's up, man? It's your boy Bizarre on B12.
Yo, what's good, y'all? This is God.
Hey, Brandman is in the building. You already know.
Hey guys.
Shout out, man, to Worldwide Collaboration, man.
I want to shout out Worldwide Collaboration LLC.
Shout out to Worldwide Collaboration LLC.
World movement. Beyond thousands of movements.
The world movement beyond thousands of movements.
Together. So check this out.
What's up? You want to be a part of this? You want to be a part of the Worldwide Collaboration?
You guys should all be a part of Worldwide Collaboration.
Worldwide Collaborations LLC. Check us out, man, and check what's going on, man. Word up. I have recently been choosing to be a spokesman and an ambassador. So you will see a lot more of me. Join the movement, man. It's beyond thousands of movements right now. And talents put together, all about representing each other together.
I want to join, so I might see you there. All right, much success.
We own it, push an opponent. 5 fouls on the 4 for the bonus. And shooting the free throws and striping, you own it, we own it. Trilly pile up the green, even on the weekend. And I see so much green that I turn to vegan. When I get it from Cali, no misdemeanor. When I flip in the patties to flip Christina. I'm dreaming, dope, I see it. Scope, blue hundreds, loke, demon, go. Trilly pile up the green, even on the weekend. I done seen so much green that I turn to vegan. When I get it from Cali, no misdemeanor. When I'm flipping the patties to flip Christina. I'm dreaming, dope, I see it. Scope, blue hundreds, low. The real DJ Star.
Hello, Worldwide Collaboration.
What is Worldwide Collaboration?
It will blow your mind. It is the world movement beyond movements. And talents join them on wwcfam.com.
How do I join them?
Go to wwcfam.com and upload music, videos, create chats, add websites, online radios, and so much more.
Let's take over the world together. I am down. I hear it's not only a website, but a movement anyone can be a part of.
Yes, go join them now and later rule the world together. Worldwide Collaboration.
This is a Worldwide Collaboration song.
Yeah. Look. Brainstorming, creating, thinking, and new ideas, inventing inventions, representing everything, having members collaborate. Worldwide collaboration.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming and peace out.
All right, peace.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.